Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to discuss another maths problem, which is an Italian maths problem. Not just Italian, I would say it is also can be used in the Cambridge curriculum. It's simplify the expression. So let's look at the problem. This is our problem. It says simplifica, which is a simplification, and you see it's a long expression which has one variable, uh, which is a, and we need to break down this problem. And if you see in the problem, there are actually some of the mathematical expressions that are being used. So we are going to have a look at the expressions and see what can be done with it. Right, so let's see. If you see in this part, this is the first expression, which is actually an algebraic formula. Let me write down the formula here so you can have a look at it and see what formula is about. This is a minus b whole square, which is a square minus 2ab plus b square and the other one is a plus b whole cube, and that is going to become a cube plus 3b plus 3b square a plus b cube. All right, now let's work out on this problem according to this first formula. So it's going to be 9a. That is going to be according to the formula our a value. So we would take a square of that, minus 2, 1/3 of a, and our b is plus 1 square minus, now we are going to break down this one. It's going to become a cube plus 3a. Since b is 1, so we would just write down 3a square plus just 3a because b is again 1, and plus 1, right? Now moving on to this part. This actually turns out to be formula as well, but let's just distribute uh, the two parentheses with each other. Like, it will become 3 times 3 is what? It's minus 9 minus 3a minus 3a again plus a squared. And we got to do the same. We would distribute uh, the two parentheses. So it's going to become negative one third a square plus negative one third a square. And that would be just negative a because this 3 and this 3 would cancel out with each other. So that is going to be negative a. And now we would distribute this positive 3a. Let's just keep that negative sign outside and we would just work on these parentheses for now. So this is just a positive a because that would become easier for you to understand as well. So negative 3a and negative 9. No, negative 3a and negative 9. That be an a square. That is, the next part is when we multiply it. So just an a, right? And then negative 3a and the next part is negative 9. That's it. All right, now let's move on. Here we need to work on it by taking the square and it would become 1 out of 9 a square. Let me get rid of small mark here and lead to some confusions that a has some power on top of it. Right. So it would be 2/3 of a plus 1. We can open it up. 3 and 3 is 9. So we can also open it up. It would be negative 3. Forgot to put an a here. Is oh, okay. No, that is just negative 3. And that is just negative a. This 3 and this 3 cancels out with each other. And this would be just negative a again. And this would be plus a square out of 3. And right next to it, before you start getting worried, there is another a square out of 3. I know that a lot of students get scared when they see fractions in the question and also with a variable. So don't get worried. This one is gone, and the one in the beginning, that will be gone as well. So don't worry. It's not a difficult question. It looks like a difficult one, but it's not. So no worries there. All right. So that's what we get. Now, if you move on here, you see this 9 and this 9. No worries. It's gone. It's done. This 9 and this 9 cancels it out, and this a and this gets multiplied. Yeah, so it'd be like one worry is gone, but now we have a higher power. No worries, that would be gone as well. This 3 and this 9 would again cancel this fraction, so one more worry, one more less thing to worry about. This 3 and this 9 would become what? A negative 3 and 3 times 2. Oh, 3 times 2 would become 6. So all right, so let's move ahead. Like I mentioned, 9 and 9 cancels out. A and A gets distributed, so it would become A cubed. This 3 and this 3 it cancels out. So this would become just 3 now. And so that is minus 6a squared. Like I mentioned, the problem starts getting easier and easier. So no need to worry about the fractions anymore. We are done with the fractions. And as you move forward, it's going to become 9a. And as you move forward, you would see another a cube with a negative sign, and that means another thing to worry about, less or to worry about. So that is also gone. Now we are just left with the square, which is the highest power. So let's see if we are able to get rid of the square or not. All right, so let's simplify that. That would become just minus 4. This is minus a and minus a, so that would become minus 2a. And then it's going to be minus a plus 3a. So it's again minus 2a here, plus 2a here. So this is also gone. And we have 9 in here. Is that all what we have? Yes. Now let's move forward and let's see what we have. 6a square minus 3a square. Do we have another 3a square? No, we don't. So it's minus 9a square. 9a minus 3a. We have any other a? No. So 9 minus 3 is plus 6a. Minus 4 plus 9 is plus 5. So this is what we end up with. Now we need to see if we can simplify it more. If you see that this is also a quadratic equation, so how we can solve it? There are two ways. One is either by factorization or we use the quadratic formula. So let's quickly see the quadratic formulas, see if we can break it down more or not. So that's our A, that's our B, and that's our C. So this is our quadratic formula, negative B plus minus root B square minus 4AC over 2A minus 6 plus minus 6 square minus 4 into minus 9, and we have a 5, 2 into minus 9, right? But if you see, they're actually asking you about if you can simplify it more. So if you have to simplify it more, in that case, you won't have to find out the a value because this formula is going to give us the root of the equation. So uh, you would continue doing this. If in case you get a question about solving, not the simplification, then you would move forward with this step. Otherwise, you can just stop there and maybe try to factorize it. But if it's not factorizable, then you can stop there because this is already a simplified version of this equation. So this is all what you got to do. The next step, you need to move forward only if a question comes to you where you got to solve the equation, which is out of the scope of this question. So we'll just stop here. And I hope you understood the problem. And let me know in the comment section if you have any problem in understanding it. So we feel free to reach out to me, and I'll try to uh, explain you in a better way. I wish you a nice evening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.